What's good, basketball family? Yo, hoop heads. Let's talk real for a second. We've all been there, sitting on the couch, watching our favorite player, and wondering what's next. What's the next chapter? For so me guys, the path is clear. For others, it's a winding road. But right now, we are standing at a crossroads that could shake the entire foundation of the NBA. We're talking about a decision that's bigger than just one player or one team. It's about legacy, it's about family, and it's about the final act of a king. Of course, I'm talking about LeBron James. The clock is ticking. The whole league is holding its breath. And we are about to break down the single biggest question of the offseason. What will LeBron do? This isn't just another contract negotiation. Man, this is history in the making. And you've got a front row seat. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, because we are diving deep into the decision that will define the future of the Los Angeles Lakers and the final pages in the story of the GOAT. Now check this out. Let's set the scene, because context is everything in the league. Picture this. The season just ended for the Lakers. And it didn't end with a parade down Figueroa Street. It ended with a first-round exit, a gentleman's sweep at the hands of Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, the same team that sent them packing the year before. You could see the look on LeBron's face. After 21 seasons, after giving everything he had at 39 years old, it wasn't enough. That disappointment, that frustration, that's the backdrop for everything that's about to happen. Because now, the basketball stops and the business begins. LeBron has a monumental choice to make by June 20. He's got a player option on the table for the 2024 to 2025 season. We're talking a cool $51.4 million. For most humans on planet Earth, that's a no-brainer. You take the money. But this is LeBron James. It's never just about the money. This decision is a chess move on a grandmaster's board, and it will send shockwaves from LA to Philly and every front office in between. This is the ultimate domino. When it falls, the entire landscape of the NBA will shift. And we're looking at 4 distinct, dramatic possibilities for how this whole thing could play out. Each one is a movie script in itself. So let's get into the nitty. Path number 1, the simple route, the path of least resistance. LeBron just picks up the phone, calls Rob Pelinka, and says, I'm in. He opts into that $51.4 million deal and runs it back one more time in the purple and gold. On the surface, this makes a lot of sense, right? It provides stability. The Lakers know they have their superstar duo of LeBron and Anthony Davis locked in for another year. They can spend the offseason trying to retool around them, maybe find that third piece, a shooter, a lockdown defender, whatever they think they're missing. It gives them a clear direction for one more championship push. For LeBron, it means another year in sunny Los Angeles with his family. In the market he's called home for years. It's the comfortable choice. But here's where it gets crazy. Is the comfortable choice the right one? As fans, we all know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Is running back this same core, which just got bounced in 5 games. Really, the path to banner number 8, the Western Conference isn't getting any easier. Man, you've got the Thunder coming up, the Timberwolves are legit, the Mavs are clicking, and the Nuggets are still the team to beat. Just opting in feels like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It's a short-term fix that doesn't solve the long-term question, is this Lakers team, as currently constructed, truly a contender? Or is it just a ticket to another grueling season and a likely second-round ceiling? That's the risk. You commit another year of your dwindling career to a situation that might already have peaked. But then there's path number 2, and this one is all about loyalty and legacy. Let's say LeBron opts out of that $51.4 million deal. But instead of packing his bags, he sits down with the Lakers front office to hammer out a new long-term extension. We're talking a potential max deal, something like 3 years, for a staggering $164 million. This move would be a massive statement. It's LeBron saying, I am a Laker, I'm finishing my career here, and I believe we can win again. For the Lakers organization, this is the dream scenario. It locks down their cornerstone, sells tickets, keeps them on national television, and ensures they remain relevant for the foreseeable future. It would cement LeBron's place in the pantheon of Laker greats, right up there with Magic, Kareem, and Kobe. Imagine him retiring after, say, 24 seasons, all of them in purple and gold to close it out. That's powerful stuff. But again, you gotta ask the hard questions. A 3-year deal means the Lakers are committing huge money to a player who will be 42 years old at the end of that contract. We have never seen anyone, not even the great ones, defy Father Time forever. While LeBron is a physical marvel, an absolute freak of nature, as you saw me point, a decline is inevitable. Are the Lakers mortgaging their entire future for the final years of a legend? It's a massive gamble. It's a bet on loyalty and star power over flexibility and youth. And for LeBron, it's a bet on Rob Pelinka and the front office to build a winner around him and AD. After a few years of questionable roster moves and coaching changes, you have to wonder how much faith he truly has left. Okay? So we've talked about staying, but what if the goal isn't comfort or loyalty? What if the goal is just one more ring, by any means necessary? That brings us to path number 3, the decision, part 4, the seismic shift. LeBron opts out and becomes an unrestricted free agent. The entire league would grind to a halt. Every team with cap space would be making a call. But there's one team that stands out, one that's been whispered about in every NBA podcast and debate show for months. The Philadelphia 76ers. Think about this for a second. You have the reigning MVP, Joel Embiid, a dominant force in the paint. You have a rising superstar guard in Tyrese Maxey, an absolute blur who can get buckets from anywhere. And you have a ton of cap space. Now, you inject LeBron James into that mix. Dude, that is a championship contender on day one. A big three of LeBron, Embiid, and Maxey would be an absolute nightmare for the Eastern Conference. LeBron could slide into a role as the primary playmaker, taking the pressure off Maxey and setting Embiid up for easy looks. He wouldn't have to carry the scoring load every single night. It's the perfect situation for a late career superstar. This would be the ultimate player empowerment move. It would be LeBron, once again, taking control of his own destiny, identifying the best possible situation to win, and making it happen. It would be a cold-blooded, calculated move, and it would absolutely break the hearts of Lakers fans. But we've seen him do it before. He left Cleveland for Miami. He left Miami to go back to Cleveland. He left Cleveland for LA. His career has been defined by making the right move at the right time for his legacy. A move to Philly would be the final, ultimate power play. It's the higher risk, higher reward path to a 5th ring. Now, we have to talk about the last option, the one nobody really wants to think about, but it's on the table. Path number 4, the curtain call. What if LeBron just walks away? He opts out, holds a press conference, and says, that's it. Retirement. It sounds unthinkable, right? The man is still playing at an A-BA level. He just averaged 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's a machine. But you have to wonder what's going through his head. He's been doing this at the highest level since he was 18 years old. 21 seasons, the travel, the practices, the physical toll, the mental grind. It's exhausting. Maybe, just maybe. He looks at his resume for rings, for finals MVPs, the all-time leading scorer, and thinks, what else is there for me to prove? This is the king versus time narrative at its most dramatic. Every athlete faces this battle, but no one has fought it as successfully as LeBron. He's pushed the boundaries of what we thought was possible for an athlete his age. But that fight takes a toll. We saw his cryptic comments after the Nuggets series, saying he had a lot to think about. Maybe the thought of another 82-game season, another playoff grind, just to fall short again, is too much. Walking away now would mean going out on his own terms, still near the peak of his powers. It would be a shocking, almost poetic ending. It would preserve his legacy, preventing us from ever seeing a steep, painful decline. It's the least likely option, for sure. But it's a possibility we have to acknowledge. The finality of it is what makes it so powerful. Of course, you can't talk about any of this without talking about the biggest wildcard in the entire deck. the one factor that makes this decision completely unprecedented in the history of sports. And that's Bronny James. LeBron has been crystal clear for years. One of his final career goals, maybe his biggest one, is to play in the NBA on the same team as his son. And this year, Bronny is in the NBA draft. This changes everything. This isn't just a basketball decision anymore. It's a family dream. This is a father's love playing out on the world's biggest stage. The emotional pull of that is something we can all understand. Imagine the moment LeBron, in one jersey, standing on the court and watching his son, wearing the same jersey, check into the game. Man, that's a scene straight out of a Hollywood movie. It would be a historic, tear-jerking moment that would transcend sports, but it also complicates things immensely. Does this mean LeBron will only sign with the team that drafts Bronny? Is he going to use his free agency as leverage to force a team to take his son? We saw Bronny at the draft combine. He had a solid performance, showed some flashes, but most analysts see him as a second-round pick. So, does a team like the Lakers use their second-round pick on Bronny just to guarantee that his dad stays? Or does another team, maybe one with a late first-round pick, take a flyer on Bronny as the ultimate recruiting tool to lure LeBron away? It's an incredible amount of pressure to put on a young kid. Bronny is trying to carve out his own path, and now his draft stock is tangled up with the free agency of the greatest player of his generation. This is the ultimate drama. It pits a personal, emotional dream against the cold, hard business of the NBA. What wins out? The desire for a championship or the desire to make a father's dream come true? This single question might be the key to unlocking the entire puzzle. It adds a layer of human emotion to this strategic chess match, making it one of the most compelling off-season stories we've ever seen. So, as the clock ticks down to June 29th, the entire basketball world waits. We're all watching, speculating, and debating. This is more than just a transaction. It's a legacy decision. It's the culmination of a career that has redefined what it means to be a superstar. Will it be the safe play, running it back for one more year of hope Will it be the loyalty play, a massive extension to retire a Laker for life? Will it be the ruthless play, a shocking move to a new team for one last epic title run? Or will it be the emotional play, a decision guided not by rings, but by the chance to share a court with his son? Each path is loaded with drama, with risk, and with the potential to rewrite the final chapter of LeBron's story. As fans, this is what we live for: the drama, the suspense, the feeling that anything can happen. We're about to find out what the future holds for King James. So that's the breakdown, Hoopheads. 4 paths, 1 legacy-defining choice, and a family dream hanging in the balance. It's an insane amount of pressure. And whatever LeBron decides, it's going to be the biggest story in sports. But I want to know what you think. What's your gut feeling? If you were in LeBron's shoes, what move would you make? Are you taking the money and staying in LA? Are you chasing that 5th ring in a new city? Or is the chance to play with your son the only thing that matters? Drop your take in the comments below. Let's get this debate started. I want to hear all of it. The hot takes, the bold predictions, everything. This is what being a fan is all about. And hey, if you love breaking down the game and diving deep into the biggest stories in the NBA, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're going to be covering every twist and turn of this story and all the other off-season madness right here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.